So I was recently monetized on YouTube, and I was actually pretty surprised at how much I made in my first 30 days. So I thought it might be fun to poke around my YouTube analytics a little bit, show you my real numbers, go over how long it took me to get monetized, and reveal exactly how much I made in my first 30 days. So if this is the first video of mine that you're watching, hi, my name is Alyssa. I usually post videos where I budget in a budgeting software called YNAB, and they're pretty casual, low quality, low budget videos, no fancy editing or anything. I also share finance updates and my progress towards my financial goals, and it's just a pretty casual hobby. I'm not trying to make a career out of it or anything, but yeah, that's kind of the context of my channel. I'm a finance channel and I'm not putting too much effort into these videos. So yeah, I just always found these videos very interesting, especially when I was not monetized yet, to see how much money I could potentially be making from my hobby. And now that I am making a little bit of money from it, I wanted to share for those of you who are also curious. So if that interests you, then keep on watching. Okay, so here we are in my main analytics overview screen on YouTube. So this is my whole lifetime journey. So you can see as of recording this, I am at 1,057 subscribers. And in order to be monetized on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 hours of watch time hours in the last year or 10 million views on shorts videos in the past 90 days. So I opted for the 4,000 views in a year because I don't make shorts, I just make long form content. So I posted my first video in December of 2023, December 2nd to be exact. I posted 2 videos that month. So you can see that I was getting some views here and there in the beginning, and then it really kind of not took off, but it picked up in the beginning of 2024. And I think that's pretty normal for a lot of YouTubers. I think most people's views and subscribers pick up in the beginning of the year. A lot of people are on YouTube. So I kind of caught that wave at the beginning of my journey, and I was posting pretty regularly. And honestly, I pretty much grew at a pretty even pace all the way through summer of 2024. And this is completely my doing. As you can see, I was not posting that many videos last summer. I just had other priorities, but that's really the only kind of break that I took. And around July 2024 is when I hit the 4,000 hour watch time mark. And at that point, I was probably at 700 subscribers. So I think from what I've heard, usually people struggle with the watch time hours. It's usually easier for people to hit the 1,000 subscriber mark than it is to get the watch time hours. For me, the watch time hours was easier. I did have a couple of longer videos that people stuck around and watched, and they did pretty well. I have a couple of videos that got a few thousand views that were pretty long. So I think that definitely helped get my watch time hours up early, but then it took me another 8 months to get to the 1,000 subscriber mark. So I hit 1,000 subscribers on March 29th of 2025. So here we are on my revenue page. As you can see, during these 30 days, I posted 5 times. And actually this video that I posted on March 29th is the video that brought me over the 1,000 subscriber mark and allowed me to apply for the YouTube Partner Program. And I was approved very immediately. I've seen other people say that it took a day or 2 to be approved. I don't know why mine was so quick, but I was approved the same day and started making money on this video about halfway through its total lifetime views. I usually average around 700 views or so. So by the time this video got to half of that, 300 or so views, that's when I was able to monetize, and I started making money the night of the 29th. So you can see my first day, I made 40 cents. And like I said, this was just from a few hours. I was maybe monetized at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So it wasn't even the full day. And honestly, I was expecting literal pennies. I thought I would make 2 to 5 cents my first day. So the fact that I made almost 50 was that was really exciting to me. And then the next day, which would be my first full day being being monetized, I made $3.32, which again, I was so excited about because that was way higher than I imagined that it would be when I just hit 1,000 subscribers. And then you can see over the next couple days, it goes down to $1 something, 50 cents here and there, goes down to 35 cents. And then I posted another video on April 4th. So this brought my revenue up a little bit. I made $183 on the day that I posted that. And then the next full day was one of my highest revenue days. I made $4.22 on Saturday, April 5th, 2025. And then it goes back down the next couple of days, and I posted another video on April 8th. And the day that I posted this, I made $251, and then it steadily goes down again. And this was my lowest earning day during this time period, Saturday, April 12th. I made 18 cents, but I'm still just amazed that I'm not making just pennies, I mean, this is probably pennies to some people, but I'm still really excited about that. And then the next day, April 13th, this was my best performing video in this whole time frame. So the day that I posted this, I made $2.89. And then the next day was my highest revenue day ever. I made $4.58. So that's super exciting. That was my highest earning day during this period. Then it goes down again, just kind of levels out down here. 94 cents, 35 cents. Then finally on April 22nd, I posted another video and revenue jumped back up to $2.13. And I think this little plateau is super interesting because you can see when I post my other videos, it's a peak of earnings after the video. Like the day after the video is posted, I will peak and then it comes back down. So it's very interesting that it actually stayed even for 2 days in a row, went slightly down the next day. But yeah, just kind of interesting that it stayed pretty level there. And then it went back down a little bit, went back up a little bit. And my 30th day of being monetized, I made 71 cents. So all in all, during this time period, I made $40.56 in my first 30 days of being monetized. And this is so exciting to me because, like I said in the beginning, I'm not trying to make this a career or anything. I don't do any fancy editing. This is just a hobby, what I do for fun. So it's just really cool that I can get some kickback for the work that I put into it. I don't see it as work, I just see it as fun, but it's cool that I can make a little bit of money from this. And I have to thank you guys so much for subscribing, especially those of you who subscribed to me on this March 29th video and helped me get over the 1,000 subscriber mark. That was just so much appreciated. So yeah, if that's all you were coming for, that's the reveal, but I wanted to dive into some interesting analytics. Okay, so here we are in a more detailed report of the revenue from videos that I made during that same 30-day time period. So like I said, this video, my weekly YNAB budget, it was a pretty typical budget with me video that I normally make, but for some reason, this was my highest earning video during this time period. I made almost $10. I made $9.73 since it was posted. My CPM, so this is what advertisers pay YouTube per 1,000 views, and then RPM is what I make after YouTube takes their cut of this. So it usually is about half of the CPM. So this one is interesting to me because it's not even my highest RPM or anything. It's not like it got a ton of views. It got 777, pretty average. Hi, editing Alyssa here. I just realized while I was editing that this revenue is not that wild considering the RPM of that video was the highest of the 5 videos that I posted during this 30-day period. So yeah, nothing crazy, but I still wanted to keep this part in since the rest of these stats are interesting. Okay, bye. But yeah, it ended up being my top earning video. And also I should mention that all of this revenue is from ad revenue only. I've never received any super thanks or anything. I have them activated on my channel, but I haven't received any. So all of this is just from ads. And I also let YouTube automatically place ads. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a complete beginner, so I just let YouTube automatically place ads for me. So then I wanted to share the video that that got the highest RPM for me during this time period. And it was actually a video that I posted last year, but it was getting some views during this 30-day time period. So right here, my new budget for March, I posted this on March 2nd, 2024. And my RPM, this is my highest RPM out of any of my videos, 2267 per 1,000 views is my estimated revenue. And advertisers are paying YouTube about 44 bucks per 1,000 views. So I thought that was pretty cool. I only got 6 views during this time period and 11 minutes of average watch time. And I made 14 cents during this 30-day time period. So I thought that was really interesting to see. I wanted to share one more thing that I thought was crazy. I actually just found it right before I started recording this video. Okay, so this is a graph of my RPM. So every day your RPM will fluctuate based on the day of the week, based on your niche and how your videos do. Again, I'm not an expert. I just know that they change every day. They fluctuate. For the same video, you'll get a different RPM every day. So you can see, let's just kind of take like an average. So, okay, April 17th, you can see my different RPM on different videos. So that top one, the purple, budget with me in YNAB, my RPM was $8.31, and then the one below it, budgeting my extra paycheck, my RPM was $16. And again, that's how much I'm making per 1,000 views, not how much I'm making on the video as a whole. But when I saw this graph, I was like, what the heck is this? So on April 24th, my budgeting my extra paycheck video had an RPM of $205.50, which is just wild to me. Like, that is so random, and I don't know why advertisers were paying so much that day. Okay, so yeah, when I click into this one video, you can clearly see here my RPM that day, 205. Wow, I wish I got more views that day. That's crazy. But yeah, it just goes to show like your RPM is super random. So here, my average RPM during this time period was $9.21. So that's my exact across the board average of what I made per 1,000 views during this time period. So yeah, definitely not a full-time income or anything, but like I said, I'm just doing this for fun. So it was such a cool milestone to hit. And again, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you got your channel monetized and how much you have made so far. And maybe we can support each other in the comments and support our fellow small creators. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. All right, bye.